All right, we are live out there. What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Ooh, Alec, getting the music going. I like it. It's nice work. We will get the show started here in just a minute. File on in. We got Mack Wilson joining the show of the Cleveland Browns. Probably one of the best up-and-comers on that squad. Can't wait to talk to him. Hope you guys are having a good Monday night here in summer. School's back. If you got kiddos.
Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Don't jump the gun on that one. We don't go back for another 2 days here.
My kids already went back, so I need a beer. All right, Alec getting the show out there, Chris getting the show out there, and then we will get it going. You're not Bree.
Am I supposed to
No.
All right. Alec, we good? Look at him typing furiously over there.
Going crazy over there.
I like to keep saying, Alec, you done? You done? Just to see him go.
Oh, not yet. Oh, you got the thumbs up.
The thumbs up. All right, Alec, kill the music. Let's get this show on the road because the Big Play Reflog show is brought to you by ShackNews.com. Shack News is your go-to for all gaming news. Covers all your gaming content needs. They have the latest game reviews, including a preview of that new Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, all you need to know about Rocket League Season 8 coming this October. And they've expanded their coverage outside of gaming to the auto tech industry for some of the latest cool innovations coming out of that space. Very, very cool stuff. Also got their Gamescom 2019 coverage, which is going on right now. Head on over to Shack News and get into the conversation by clicking that Shack News Twitter profile in the show title, because when it comes to gaming news, there's only one site to visit, shacknews.com. Mack Wilson, 9:30. Let's get it going. Nick, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Okay, do you need medical attention?
Yeah.
What is wrong?
I don't know. I ain't no goddamn doctor.
I am your host, Big Play Dave, alongside my main man, Mr. Chris McNeil. What's going on?
I had an albatross yesterday, so life is good.
Now to the mainstream golfers, what is that, Chris?
Albatross, in this case, is a 2 on a par 5, which is statistically tougher to do than it is to get a hole-in-one. So I am a 1 in a million right here, my man.
So what? Break this down real quick. You're shooting your second shot.
Hole.
Okay, go for it.
500-yard hole right into the sun. Not really much of a breeze, and I hit a good drive. I hit it over 3 bills right off the tee.
No big
deal.
deal.
I had about 190 in from the center of the fairway. Sun's right in my face, so you really can't see anything with this August haze. So I hit a ball that was pretty good. I hit a 5-iron from 190. Had a pretty good trajectory on it. The guys in the group were like, that's going to be on the pin. We drive up, and I kind of see something a little short of the green. And I think, there's the ball. I came up short. I walk up, and it's just a leaf. And at that point, I was like, man, I think that ball might be in the hole. And I walk up there. I look down, and Dave, that ball was in the hole. That's a 2 on a par 5, my friend, also known as an albatross. That's 3 under on one single hole. And with how badly I was playing on that 9, that brought me back to even par after a double bogey and a boat. So,
well done.
That's golf. It always keeps you humble. But, man, I got one over on golf yesterday with that albatross.
Well done. Someone who's never had an albatross, BigPlay.com's very own Browns reporter, Nick Padone. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? I don't think I'm doing as well as Chris McNeil over here, but I'm doing pretty well.
You are.
Very
You are,
cool.
my friend.
Mike Lederman on Twitter says, "Where's Bree? You're not Bree."
Hey, big shoes to fill again tonight.
That's right. That's right. Speaking of big shoes to fill, we got on tonight on the show. We're going Power Rank Monday. We're going best Browns uniforms. Color schemes. Alec was saying before the show, well, there's only a few colors. Well, there's a lot of Browns history, Alec. You're only 19. You haven't seen them all. We will then break down the latest Cleveland sports headlines with your guys' help, your Cleveland fan hot takes straight from Twitter. We will then get into our featured interview of the night. Very cool interview. Linebacker Mack Wilson, he's going to be joining us live. Get a breakdown of the preseason thus far for him, his journey to the NFL, and talk some Browns. We'll get into a new quiz segment called How Did Hammy Get There? We're going to let Alec do that one.
I'm pretty excited about that one. That's a good idea. That's an inspired concept. I think that's really got some legs.
That's right. Our show writer, producer Nick is he's crushing it. So we'll hit you with a couple would you rathers. We'll end with our bold predictions, and then we'll get you out of here on this beautiful Monday. Let's go power rank some stuff, Alec.
It's time for Power Rank Monday.
Hell no.
Something fall there, Chris? You all right?
Oh, yeah. You can hear that in the background? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So my
that was
son
great.
is getting some food out, and he dropped something here in my studio.
I didn't know he was in Big Play Studios. Oh, that's funny.
That's right.
He got
What, you can't see him? He's right there in front of us.
All right, Power Rank Monday. We're going to power rank the best Browns uniforms. We took to Twitter. Alec, I don't know if you have those on Twitter. The greatest Browns uniforms. I think we can all agree they're not the ones that they're wearing right now.
That's fair.
That's fair. So,
Alex giving us a little.
see, all right. He just wants to talk. He's going like full on hot take alert here just to get some airtime. Nick, what's your favorite color scheme for the Browns?
All right, my favorite all time. Like we're gonna start with one.
No, you can go if you
Okay.
have three.
Yeah, I
you
have
don't
three.
have to have three. You
I
got
have
three.
three.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's hear three.
So we'll start with three. Is going to be the Browns 2018 Color Rush uniforms.
Okay.
So the current Color Rush uniforms, the dark
Yes,
brown
yes.
with the bright orange letters.
Also known as the Baker uniform.
Yeah, also known as the Baker uniforms. And that's the reason why it's number 3. Baker comes out on that Thursday night football game, heroically saves the day, and that's what it was all about. And that's why that's my number 3. Now, my number 2 is actually kind of interesting, and it's a throwback to a training camp practice uniform, and it is the Terrell Pryor era digital camo practice uniforms. Those digital camo
nice.
uniforms were so cool.
Wow, getting into the weeds there. I like it.
Pulling out all the stops here. And then my number 1 is going to be just the traditional white uniforms.
All white?
All white, brown letters, orange helmet. I think we're going to be seeing those again in the near future very soon, and I'm excited to get back
Is
to
that
the
is that
basics.
inside information, Nick?
It could very well be that we're going to be getting back to the basics very soon.
All right, I like that. Chris, what are your favorite?
That's pretty good. We actually had some agreement at the top there on number 1, but number 3, and I'm only making it number 3 so I could talk about it because it really should be like 7 million. Is remember the orange tops you went to? The about 10, 15 years ago, we busted those out as our alternate jerseys. And during the Northcutt years, I mean, that's when we went to the playoffs once. It was some nice times there in Cleveland, but those orange jerseys were like cursed. We're absolutely cursed. That's why those things didn't come back after a while.
We had a lot of
didn't seem
cursed
to be able to
jerseys.
win in those. Yeah, those things were pretty bad. But I got one of those, and I got a Courtney Brown one Christmas in that orange. So that's the only reason I remember that orange so fondly. But number 2. We aren't doing the dings?
No,
Or
I'm
is there a ding?
gonna hit you with one. There we go.
There it goes.
See, I can't hear it. I don't know what's going on with my audio here.
Ding.
Number 2, I got the white on top with the brown pants. I've always liked that look for the Cleveland Browns. That is a good, solid look for a team taking the field. And my number 1,
Ding.
similar. It's white on white. I just love it. I think
Really?
back to those old Browns. Yeah, I love the white on white. I love those. They pulled them out a few times back in the 80s, and it was just a good look for us, I thought. It makes us look quicker. I always think white makes us look faster on the field, and brown seems to slow us down. So I really am a big fan of the white on white. I just think it's a very, very clean look for us.
I like it. I'm with you guys. I would say my number 3. I'm going to agree with Brown's Daily Mock Draft on Twitter here. At Brown's Mock Draft, we got the orange pants, the brown jerseys, and the white lettering. Just a super old school, hard nosed. Yeah. I like
Classic
that one
look.
a lot. I'm with you, Nick. I love the color rush, and I think that it's the same reason that I love the sleeved black Cavs jerseys.
Yep.
Because we win in
Just
them.
because we won. I thought they were really ugly, but once we won in
same.
them, I'm like, wow, these are so cool.
If you remember correctly, everyone hated those color rush
Yes,
uniforms. They were like,
yes.
why are we wearing these? And surely enough, now everyone owns one.
Yeah, and so for my number 1, I'm actually going to go a very similar theme, but our guy Cody here at Big Play, he put out this new one that he thinks he's designed these, and it's very similar to that color rush. I actually don't even know if there's a huge difference here, but we've got the orange pants with the white stripe, and then we got the brown and orange jersey. That's really, really, really sharp.
Yeah.
I think
They got to hit him up.
I think they need to call Cody. 2020. Let's do it. Let's do it, Browns. Call Cody. Big Play Cody. Yeah.
So the Browns are only a few weeks away from starting the season, and we're talking about their laundry. I mean, come on. Talking jersey colors. Come on, guys.
Hey, it's Power Rank Monday.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's
I know.
random. Come on, Chris.
I know, and that's what the kids want to talk about these days, but I don't care what they wear. Go out there and whatever you want. As long as we win and it's not Pittsburgh Steelers colors, then I'm all good.
That's fair. Mike on Twitter says classic. He likes the orange pants, brown jerseys. We are there with you. MJ Clucks, he says he loves the Dennis the franchise Northcutt reference. Yes. Getting some clout there, Chris. Nice work.
Or as I refer to him, Dennis Crapcut, after he dropped that damn ball against Pittsburgh. It would have won that stupid playoff game back a long time ago.
Yeah. All right, let's talk some Cleveland sports for Chris. Let's get in some headlines. We're talking a lot of Browns tonight, so we're going to kick this off with some Indians. And we'll get into the Red Sox and the Yankees series here in a minute, but we got to talk about that 19-run barrage Thursday night from our Cleveland Indians. Guys, is there anything better than blowing out the Yankees?
No, that's it. That's it. Especially
Right?
19 runs, and they were coming easily too. Like, it's not like I don't think it ever really worked for 19 runs when you could actually get that many, but it was just awesome to watch. And I had Hammy on for half of it, actually watched the other half of it, and Hammy was just ready to fall out of his seat the whole time. He had me swerving off the road. Great win.
Yeah, Chris, which franchise would you rather beat, the Red Sox or the Yankees?
Ooh, it's gotten closer in the last few years, but it's still the Yankees.
Right.
I mean, they're just the evil empire. They have been my entire life, very consistent. There was a time in my life where I actually felt bad for Boston fans and felt that they were in the same boat as we were, having not won a championship and that whole sob story. But since they've won like consistently throughout the last 20 years in everything, that's gone by the wayside. But the Yankees are still going to be the gold standard of hate in baseball for me.
Yeah, I feel like Paul O'Neill just kind of sums up the Yankees just historically forever. Just like you look at that guy, you're like, all right, I hate this team.
Paul O'Neill from Ohio, by the way.
Is he really? Oh, I take that back. Just kidding.
Won a championship with the Cincinnati Reds as well as with the Yankees. But yeah, and I think he may live in Columbus. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, he kind of grew up in the Columbus area. I don't have my Wikipedia page in front of me, but I'm pretty sure that that's accurate.
Wow. Okay, very good. So that game, Tribe hit 7 home runs. The top of the lineup went 9 for 16 in that game. Jose Ramirez, 6 ribbies. Greg Allen had 4 RBIs. I was talking about him on Twitter today. We scored more runs than the Jets scored against the Browns last year. Not a bad stat. So, guys, do you think we have a lineup now on offense that can compete with the Red Sox, with the Yankees, with the Astros, if we can make the playoffs? Chris, what do you think?
I think we can, but we need everybody to hit at the same time. and we're starting to get closer to that. I mean, you got Hosey starting to hit a little bit. And, Puig is going to we're going to need a lot out of him. And also Reyes, we're going to need a lot out of him. So if we can get those bats right there in the center of the lineup going a little bit, then I think we're going to be in good shape. I really do, because it becomes not so much about hitting overall in the playoffs as it does about situational hitting. So what we're going to need is some guys who get hot selectively come playoff time. And I think that we've got the kind of bats that might be able to do it. I'd certainly feel a lot more confident where we stand right now, Dave, than what we did before the trading deadline. I think that it gives us more options in our lineup.
So you look at this series, 7 games against the Sox, against the Yanks. Did it change your opinion of this baseball team at all, Nick?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
really? Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Because there was a doubt in my mind, I'll be completely honest, that we could hang in there with the big boys, that we could hang in there with the Yankees, with the Astros, especially with the move that the Astros made to acquire another pitcher. And, I just didn't see it with the bats that we had. But we go out there, and over this stretch of baseball, we've played very well. I mean, every Cleveland fan knows that, and it has definitely changed my mind. And I truly think now that we can hang in there with some of those bigger teams and make an October push like we're doing right now.
I would love that. Yeah, we got the Mets now, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It starts up, and watch for a certain guy named McNeil on that team. You got to watch for him out there.
Hell no.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
I always get updates. People are always tweeting me stuff whenever he does anything out there for the Mets. So I've been following his career with great interest. My kids, and I don't know if I told you this story, they happened to be on a trip with their mother back last summer, and they saw him on the road hit his very first home run. They were playing the Washington Nationals, and they happened to be visiting Washington and going to that game. And they're like, "Hey, there's a guy named McNeil. He hit his first home run in his career." So I think it's, got to support the family.
That's right. Got to support them. But you look at the Twins, they've got a cakewalk. But after the Mets, the 10 of the next 13 games, KC, Detroit, Chicago.
Yeah, I'll take my chances,
Right?
especially that Twins bullpen has looked a little bit shaky. If teams can get after them late in the game and hit up on that bullpen, boy, it's going to be a close race the entire way through. And we still play them 6 more times.
Yeah, that's true. That's
so
true.
that's really the important games.
Chris, we've come a long way since the beginning of the show on Monday nights when it comes to the Indians. It was getting real negative real quickly on Twitter. And
it was. If I wasn't a positive social media influencer, it would have been all negative. Between me and Bree over here,
That's right.
we were trying our best.
Let's switch gears here for a second. Let's talk some UFC. I don't think we've done that on the show yet.
No, but we need to. How about that, Stipe?
So Cleveland native Stipe Miocic, no relation to Brian Stipe, regained the UFC heavyweight title, knocked out DC Daniel Cormier. The last time Stipe won the title, Cavs won the NBA championship. Indians went to the World Series, almost won that. It was an insane year here in Cleveland. Does this mean that the Browns are in? Shh, Chris, we're not talking about that.
Just saying.
Does this mean are we winning another major sports championship here? Are we winning another one?
I'll give you a realistic answer on this, and it's that I don't know for sure if we'll win a championship. But here's what Stipe Miocic does for your city when he wins a championship like he did. It gives the teams, both the Browns and the Indians, hopefully the Cavs for you over there, McNeil. It gives them hope. They see this city on fire. They see us completely rallying against a guy that's, from here, one of our own, UFC guy. This could very well spark some fire underneath the Browns, underneath the Indians, to play harder, go out there, give it your all, and really make a push, because our city's on fire right now for Stipe, rightfully so. He's the baddest man on the planet.
I like that
Indians
that
to
reference
the World
there.
Series.
Yes.
The Browns win the Super Bowl, and then the Cavs go 0-82. Can't wait for it.
First
Let's
pick.
go.
You could not find one person who is not all in on that.
Oh, yeah, they would take it. Like, no doubt, without even batting an eye.
Did you guys watch this fight, though? Stipe was getting his butt kicked for 3 rounds, and then someone in his corner was like, hey, start hitting that guy in the gut. And he hit him with like 7 to 9 gut shots. And DC was just like, all right, I can't do this anymore. Put his hands down to block, and Stipe knocked the crap out of him. Fantastic win for our firefighter.
It's like something out of a Rocky movie. It really is.
Yeah.
Where it's like you discover the strategy change just mid-round, and you see where the guy's vulnerable, and you take advantage of it. I love it. Love it. It's like out of a movie.
Let's transition to some brownies. So, hey, Chris, you were right. The Browns won their second preseason game in Indy on last Saturday, despite resting almost, all of their offense. Hey, Bree's in the chat. What's going on? Where's Breezy? Nick, you're not Breezy.
No,
that's okay. You're doing good. Doing good. What stood out to you guys the most in this week 2 matchup against Indy? We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on it because it was super boring, but probably a little, some highlights to take a look at.
Yeah, a couple highlights, couple lowlights too. We'll start with that. A lot of penalties that we have to clean up. I know Freddie Kitchens definitely wants to do that. Even though they're second string guys, if you want to make this roster, you need to play a good, clean brand of football, and that's what he's been preaching to these guys these last couple days. But how about Garrett Gilbert? And some of our other depth players really came up to play, and preseason's exciting because you get to see some of these position battles unfold. Another negative would be looking at our kicker situation, which is something that we'll probably get into in a little bit. But, yeah, Garrett Gilbert really went out there and played well, and he was impressive. A lot of Browns fans were nervous about, the big what-if Baker goes down, and that. Garrett Gilbert proved himself to be an NFL caliber quarterback of some sort. So
yeah, Garrett Gilbert. Would you rather have Garrett Gilbert or Ryan Tannehill?
Garrett Gilbert, baby.
Wow, yes, the hometown. I love it. Chris, would you trade Garrett Gilbert for 2 first-round picks?
Absolutely, in a second. Come on now.
One second-round pick.
John Dorsey would trade him for a 5th-round pick. I mean, as much as he never falls in love with anybody when it comes to a 5th-round pick. But he did. He played well. It was good to see. It's nice to see we got some depth on this team. I like the people on Twitter who are saying that this is now a quarterback controversy. I think that's funny. So keep up the good work, Twitter trolls.
That's right. Garrett Gilbert, championship-winning Garrett Gilbert, by the way, won that Week 8 AAF title when the league folded.
AAF MVP as well.
That's true. I think he made his own trophy. Kareem Hunt, obviously, he's not going to be playing at the beginning of the season. He had 2 carries, 6 yards. Dearness Johnson, heck of a game. Scottish Hammer, you mentioned kicking, not punting.
Not punting.
Ooh, Scottish Hammer booting the ball 74 yards in that game.
That was a thing of beauty.
It was.
And if he does not make this team, I know we're going to get into that in a little bit if we have time. If he does not make this team, another team, if not our own practice squad, will definitely give Jamie Gill and the Scottish Hammer a look, because that 74-yard punt, that's a lot of talent right there, and teams are going to take notice of that.
Hey, we called it. He was on the show, friend of the show. I think he got the big play bump there.
Oh yeah, and it was a big play when he booted that ball.
Well done there. On brand. I love it. We're talking Browns. We're just a couple of guys. We're just a few guys talking Browns, hanging out in the Big Play studio. I say we bring in a actual Browns player, linebacker for the Cleveland Browns. Alec, hit me with a transition.
Man, it's been crazy. I feel like, as far as coming from college to the pros.
Mac, you there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Mac, sorry, man. I cut you off there. We were just bringing you in. My bad. We had some music going. I couldn't even hear you. Do we have you on the line now?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, excellent.
What's up?
Hey, we appreciate you taking some time with us here.
Yes, sir. No doubt.
So let's kick it off right off the bat. Browns fans, you're here in Cleveland now. We're super proud, knowledgeable of this team's history. Is that kind of stressed at all in the practices in the preseason when you're working with these coaches? Are you getting a good sense of how crazy Clevelanders are?
Yeah, I mean, like right when I got drafted here, I had some of my people call me and say, how crazy the fans were about Cleveland, no matter, despite like the past they've had in the past few seasons. And it's like, this town always been crazy about the Cleveland Browns football program. So I knew what I was getting myself into. So therefore, I just want to be one of those guys who help, change this program back around like the way it should be.
Hey, and you're doing that one interception at a time. So you've obviously caught the attention of Browns fans with those picks. Your hard work in training camp. You got this ball hawk mentality when you're out on the field. It's incredible to watch. We were wondering here, which quarterback are you most excited to pick off this season?
Hopefully I get a chance to start and be able to catch a few interceptions, but on the schedule, I'll say Brady.
Yes! Going for the big man. I love it. That's great. We were talking earlier. Me and Nick were hanging out here in the studio talking Alabama. Nick, go ahead.
Okay, for sure. We're talking about it. All these LSU guys running around, Mac. I mean, we have Greedy Williams, this Odell Beckham Jr. character. Does Coach Kitchens give you any bit of a break at these practices with you guys being the two Alabama guys in the building? What's that like, having Freddie as your coach from Alabama?
It's great. I mean, we kind of see eye to eye, and he knows what kind of program I came from. Obviously, one of the best programs in college football. So it's like it just feels comfortable knowing that your head coach played at the university. So it's like, we always just, be talking to each other. He always, like, when I'm doing interviews and stuff like that, he'll be like, tell him what college you went to, stuff like that. So, it'd be fun or whatnot. We got a few LSU guys on the team, but, I always think to myself, those rings speak for themselves.
Hey, Matt, go ahead and tell our listeners what college you go to, man.
I went to the University of Alabama.
Yeah, you did. What's been your biggest transition from Alabama to the NFL? Obviously, you have a lot of things, learning an NFL playbook, the speed of the game. Talk to me a little bit about that adjustment that you've encountered thus far throughout training camp and throughout these first two preseason games.
I could say Coach Saban, he did a great job with, getting me prepared for this next level. And I feel like our program was basically ran how the NFL program is. And, it really wasn't too much bad of a transition besides the speed. The guy's bigger. And, you really just got to make sure that you stay on top of your playbook because, it's NFL, coaches and stuff don't look for, guys to make mental errors like you did in college. So, therefore, you got to make sure you stay sharp on that. And, the first two preseason games kind of slowed down for me because of, like, going through rookie mini camp, OTAs, mandatory OTAs, now training camp. I've got a lot of reps under my belt with practice-wise, and I feel like the game's just starting to slow down for me. That's why I'm able to make plays. That's why I'm able to fly around and have fun out there. And I feel like, that just shows, once I get comfortable with the playbook and once I, like kind of basically get comfortable with like the feeling of the game as well, everything just started to slow down and it just started to kind of go at your pace.
Mac, who runs a tougher practice, Saban or Kitchens?
Yeah, one more time.
Who runs a tougher practice, Coach Saban or Coach Kitchens?
I'll say Coach Saban. In college, just like Coach Saban want to see who's gonna be willing to fight. Basically, who's gonna be willing to lay it out on the line for 4 quarters. And I feel like Alabama was like one of my worst, hardest fall training camps ever. There's been times when I was younger, freshman, sophomore year, like I was reconsidering playing football. Like it was that hard. Like, I wanted to quit.
Wow.
And coming here, I just feel like coming to the National Football League doing training camp here, it's like, wow, like it's nothing like college. It's way easier. We like in practice 18, 19, something like that. And I know in college I was feeling way worse than what I'm feeling right now. So I'm thankful for that. And it's just been a big transition.
Mac, we're talking about college. We're talking about roommates. We've all watched the Building the Browns, the excellent work that they do over there. Tell me about the best and the worst part of rooming with Sione Takitaki.
Best is, just having somebody like him to, talk to, somebody who's energetic, somebody who's down to earth, somebody he's older than me, so he's had experience to see more than me, and he's just a great person, a great brother, to have around you. I mean, it's really nothing worse that I like about him, really, besides his play calling at night.
All right, Mac. I know you're a Madden guy. Speaking of Takitaki, he's 5 points ahead of you. But before we get into your ratings here, what's it like? Growing up playing Madden for all those years, and now you're seeing yourself in Madden 20 in an NFL uniform in the game.
It's crazy. Like I feel like life flew by so fast. Like me growing up as a kid, like, man, I can't wait till I be on this one day. First it started with NCAA. They took that away, so I'm like, now I got to shoot for Madden for the NFL. So it's like, it's a dream come true, definitely. But it's just crazy.
64. Give me what do you think about this, man? You're an overall in Madden, a 64. Do these Madden people not watch Browns training camp or preseason? What's going on with this?
They obviously didn't watch my college career neither. So
right?
That's BS for real. Honestly, my honest truth.
Now, did they have any kind of a complaint line for players so you can protest your rating?
I really don't even care, honestly. Like, I mean, once the season starts and once they, start hearing about me, once I start making plays, to shoot up, every week, every day, or whatever the case may be. So, that's not one of my concerns. But I could say that, they're all the guys they had rated in front of me. Like, really?
All right, Alec, we got to help Mac out. Go on my cell phone. Give EA a call. Dustin Smith, he's the head of Madden's rating adjusting for the entire company. Mac, I know you say you don't care. I know you care. It's something you shouldn't really care about right now. That's you're saying the right answer, dude. This is Madden, man,
and we
and
care
you're
for
a
you.
64. We care for you. We got to get this done. Alec, give him a call. Let me know when he's on the line.
Yeah, man.
Oh, he is on the line. All right, we're bringing in Dustin Smith of EA Madden. Dustin, are you on the line?
I'm on the line.
All right, we've got Mack Wilson here, linebacker out of Alabama, now with our Cleveland Browns. We got to fix this, man. A 64. So, Dustin, one question I had for you: Have you watched the Browns preseason here? Have you seen these interceptions, these pick sixes? Because we're looking at the hands rating. Kind of low.
I have. We just upped him this last week in catching and a few
There we
other
go.
little bits here. And it doesn't take much for us, to get the bump up when you show it.
All right, he's been showing it. All right, Mac, I'm going to give you a couple ratings here. I want you to say high or low, okay? Let's go. Strength, 75 strength.
This me?
Yeah, this is for you. Is that high or low?
75 strength. I feel like that's pretty low.
I think you're right. All right, catch 65.
Have I dropped any?
Man makes a point.
That's valid. That's valid.
Let me give some good news on the catch. The 67 is a top 15 at the position. I will say that.
Oh, okay.
We got to get him up there in the 10s.
All right, Mac, let's keep going a few more. Tackle 74.
I can go up a little bit more, too.
Okay. So far, we're going up in everything. Speed 84.
I'd have thought my speed would at least been high 80s.
Work on that for him. Come on, high 80s.
I'm not the fastest. I'm not 40 fast, but I'm football fast.
There you go.
Dustin, how are we feeling about this? Are we going to see a gradual uptick in these ratings real soon?
I mean, we bumped him up this week. He's up to what do we have him at now? 68 overall.
Oh,
giving us some love here. Man. So we're already seeing the process coming up. This is a good thing. All it takes is it's like I think of it like Deion Sanders on NFL Network, right? You ball, you get the call. As soon as you ball, we give you the call.
I got you.
All right. Wait, we're already up 4 points. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do make rookies earn it. We definitely make rookies earn it because in talking with everybody I have around the NFL, it doesn't matter what you did in high school or anything like that. You've got to prove that all over again at the NFL level. Good thing for Mac is he's already starting to prove it at the NFL level.
All right, Mac.
Catching 67?
All right,
Gotta
Mac.
get him up to 70s. We've got to be up to the 70s here this time next week.
We got to get that up.
Yeah.
I'm going to catch one this Sunday, so that thing going up.
Yes!
I'm all for it.
This Friday.
All right, Dustin. If we get a pick this preseason game,
wait,
what's that?
Wait a minute. I actually think that's the Bucks Browns, right?
Yeah, Bucks and Browns.
Yeah.
Isn't that in Tampa?
Yeah.
So I actually have plans to go to that game this week.
Oh,
wow.
I think Mac and Dustin need to talk face to face here.
Yeah.
There's a good chance you might get to see me on the sideline. We'll see.
Yeah, make sure you find me.
Can do.
Say it again?
You can do.
All right, bet. I'm be looking for you now.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Yes.
This is going to be good.
That's fantastic. Dustin, when you meet him on the sidelines, that strength's going up at least 10 points. I know it is.
You can prove it right on the spot, I'm sure.
As I say, you bench press me right there. That's an immediate plus. Yeah.
Yes. All right, Mac, you happy? Is that good? Right? I think we're all on board. 4 points up.
What did it say my man coverage is?
So we have the man coverage at 62 and the zone at 67.
BS. Man, I only had one ball caught on me my whole college career.
Just remember now that this is in regards though. You have to be rated against all the other linebackers at your position. So that ranks top 25 in the league.
Okay.
Okay, I got you. I guess I'm good with that, man.
Yeah. It's very respectable when you think about who you're being compared against.
Okay.
Mac, you got any other questions for EA Madden?
Yeah, I know the numbers sound low. I'm trying to quell some thoughts about. Don't get so burned on the number. Think about the ranking.
That's a classic maneuver. Don't look over here what we're actually rating you at. Look at how you're compared. No. Look at the bottom line number. Don't listen to him, Mac. He's dogging you. EA Sports is dogging
I'm
you.
already knowing that.
I love it. All right, Dustin, we'll let you go. We appreciate the bump there. Guys, go follow him on Twitter, the Equipment Guru. Dustin, really appreciate you taking our call.
No problem. Mac, I'll see you this week.
Yeah, make sure you find me now.
Can do.
Oh,
All right,
man.
I'll see you this weekend.
All right.
All right,
guys.
thanks, Dustin. We appreciate it. That is the head of Madden adjusted ratings for all of EA. Mac, how you feeling better now? I'm feeling better.
No, I'm not.
You think you'll feel any better when you see him?
All right, so Mac, you remember last year, I don't know if you saw the game, but Demarius Randall caught a pick and handed it to Hugh Jackson. I want you, if you get a pick, I want you handing it to the equipment guru over there, Dustin Smith, right to him, and have him say, you know what, it's time to update that catch rating.
Nice.
Oh yeah, most definitely. If I find him, I got you.
He's a legend.
That's right. All right, Chris, give him one more question. Back full circle here, and then Mac, we'll get you out of here. We appreciate the time.
So, Mac, I've heard you mention some lofty goals for your NFL career. Defensive Player of the Year, maybe, Pro Bowl, Super Bowl. Browns fans have waited a long time for that word, Super Bowl, to be thrown out there. If you guys put it all together this year, are we going to the Super Bowl?
First off, starting with me, I wanna contribute as early as I can. I want to get on the field, whether it's special teams, and try to work my way into a starting role, obviously. And yeah, I got big goals of being Defensive Rookie of the Year. I want to go to the Pro Bowl and make it to our division championship and, most definitely make it to the Super Bowl. And I feel like we got the potential to do that. But, we can't get there, everybody not on the same page. So I feel like everybody just got to continue to come together, continue to work hard, and just continue to push each other each week because, it's going to be a long season. And, it's going to be something that I'm not used to, but, I'm going to find a way to push through. And that's why I got, I'm going to have 52 other guys on the team with me that going to help me push through. So that's why we just got to continue to keep our head down and, continue to reach high. Nobody can stop us from getting to where we want to go as long as we're playing together and coming together as one. And I feel like we got so much talent on this team, one of the best teams I've ever been on in my life. So I want to make this a memorable season. And it's just crazy, I got drafted fifth round to the Browns, and all of a sudden, we got this elite team on paper. So it's like, man, yeah, we can do something special. We just got to put it all together, stay together, create a brotherhood, and just stay the coach's plan.
Mac, last question for you before we let you go. Obviously, a lot of expectations, a lot of excitement around this team. How excited are you personally to finally run out there on September 8th versus the Tennessee Titans?
I'm gonna be really excited. That I feel like it'll really hit me then. My first NFL regular season game. My first preseason game. Yeah, I went out and balled. I showed people like, what I'm capable of. But I feel like that game really didn't mean nothing to me because I knew I could do that. I knew I had that in me. And I'm playing against, the twos and the threes. I know what I can do. So I'm feeling like, yeah, I balled my first preseason game, but week one, regular season, what I'm going to do when I'm going up against the best of the best. And, it's not no Rudy Poo, league. So there's not no sorry guys in the NFL, but still, what Matt going to do when he going up against the Warrens, Derrick Henry, Marcus Mariota, guys like that. So it's like, I'm just going to continue to work hard. I mean, it's going to be special. Like I said, it's going to be a special season for us if we just stick to the script and do what we do.
Cleveland has not been this excited for Browns football in a very, very long time. We look forward to seeing you out there. You're killing it on the field. Look forward to seeing you, take the field against the Titans, rated as an 80 in Madden.
Yeah, at least an 80. At least an 80.
Mac, we appreciate the time. Everyone go follow him. That's right. We'll get him 80 by the season. Let's keep it going. Everyone in Cleveland, they keep following you on Twitter, but follow him at 5 Mack Wilson 1. Mac, we greatly appreciate the time. We'll see you week 3, preseason Browns. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Great stuff from Mr. Mack Wilson there. That was fantastic.
Get you fired up. Get you fired up for the season. You got a guy like that. getting an opportunity and making the most of it right now from the preseason for the Browns.
Man, some of those bites, doesn't that make you just want to run through a wall? How the leaf is turned, that we have some, as John Dorsey calls, real football players like Mack Wilson in this town that are ready to lace up and go to war for our city, for our team. Got to make you feel good.
Oh, it's genuine too when you start talking about things like Madden ratings, and he's like, no, I don't really care about it. And then you get down to the specifics. He's like, wait a second, we just got me rated there?
Yes.
What, my hands or what? And then he starts getting fired up. And then that's real. That's a real visceral reaction right there. You know how he really feels. I love that. I love that. Don't be taking any points away from my man.
I can't believe that when Alec called he actually took the call. I texted him, I was like, hey, we might call you, and he's like, what?
You guys called an audible on that. That was fantastic.
Oh, that was funny. That was really funny. All right, we're running late. Max stayed longer. He wanted to know his man and zone coverages, so we gave him a few extra times there. Let's that was great. Let's keep it going, Alec. All right, Alec, I'm going to actually hand this one over to you. We have a new segment. How did Hammy get there?
This is so great.
How did Hammy get there? Alec, go ahead.
So this is basically a new game where I tell you about a conversation between Tom Hamilton and Rosie, and you guys have to guess how they got to that point. So here's this week's edition. How did Tom Hamilton and Rosie start talking about Madonna's love life during the third inning of Friday night's game? And I'm going to give you three options here.
All right, ask it to Chris, yeah.
Chris, was it A, after the Yankees' first hit of the night, Rosie said, Cleval just got touched for the first time tonight. Then Hammy responded.
Hold on. What did you just say?
That's what it says. And then Hammy responded. Savali.
Would you call him Caval?
That's up there with Brian Sepe.
God. Oh, my God.
Oh, boy.
Hell.
Oh, boy. I'm not.
Rosie said
0 for
Caval.
0 for 3, ladies and gentlemen. Internet, this is why my life sucks.
I'm actually pretty high in Caval this year.
God damn it.
All right, Alec, go ahead.
Savale just got touched for the first time tonight. Hammy then responded, isn't that a Madonna song? Then B.
Nice.
There were ads around Yankee Stadium for an upcoming Madonna show, prompting Hamilton to say she's still around. Then Rosie went on to discuss how she dated half of the Yankees team in the 90s. And then C. While talking about how popular Aaron Judge is in New York, Hamilton brought up how that was not the case with A-Rod. Rosie chimed in with, probably because he dated Madonna way past her prime. Hammy then added, I bet Judge's dad dated Madonna.
Oh, man. I listened to a lot of Hammy, and I was not listening in during this time, so I don't know. Out of those three, I'll go with B. Go with B. Madonna dating half the Yankees, Hammy says.
That is not correct. It was C.
Nice. So Hammy said, I bet Judge's dad dated Madonna.
That is true.
Good for Hammy.
He's Tom Hamilton.
Did you catch him on God, what was it? I think it was on, I'm losing track of the days here, but it was during the Yankees game. It was Brett Gardner when the whole team got ejected, and Hamilton on the radio was like, well, you look over at Brett Gardner and you can tell he looks like a 5-year-old who was never spanked. And I'm like, oh wow, here we go.
Best part about the Yankees series is always Tom Hamilton, because he just hates them so much,
and he doesn't hide it.
That that they've all the silver spoons in their mouths, and they get every call and they complain, and he just loves to complain about that, and that's always good as a frustrated Indians fan for Tom to say everything that we're thinking about the Yankees.
Nice. We might have to keep that segment going depending on some Hammy calls.
That's good. I like that. I really like that segment.
Once Alec gets through reading it, then
let's try
we'll work on that in the after hours here. Okay, let's move on to some Would You Rather, Alec. All right, Alec, we're gonna let you redeem yourself. Give us a few Would You Rathers.
Okay, so thankfully none of these have any Brian Sipe in it.
There you go.
So,
Good work.
Not CPay, ladies and gentlemen. Not CPay Internet. Not Vinny Testaverde. None of that. But I'll start with you, Big Play Nick. You know, both of us had to drive a little bit to get to Big Play Studios, which is fine. We love the drive. Would you rather have all traffic lights you approach be green or never have to wait in any line again?
You know, I thought about this one, and I thought about it long and hard. And after seeing a few tweets from social media influencer Chris McNeil from Cedar Point, I'm going to have to say never waiting in a line again. Because if you stand at Cedar Point in that heat and that exhaustion, or any amusement park for that matter, Disney World, Cedar Point, I'll wait at a few red lights here and there. But waiting in line is something that completely grinds my gears. I actually have a philosophy about like line jumping. So say you're at the grocery store and you're in line A and you see line B starts to move a little bit quicker. You're going to move over into line B and it's going to just stop. And where you were at in line A is going to completely exceed where you are waiting in line B. So once you pick a line, you got to stick to it. With this Would You Rather, you could just completely alleviate that problem. You wait at a red light here and there and you're never waiting in line.
You put some thought into that. I
did.
like it.
I did. It's something that really frustrates me.
I love it. All right, Alec, keep it going.
All right, Dave. So today, Bleacher Report did an Ask Me Anything with former Cleveland Browns dropout, Johnny Manziel, a.k.a. Billy Manziel, a.k.a. Jonathan.
Okay.
He basically was asked about a beer chugging contest, and he said that he would outdrink our quarterback, Baker Mayfield. If you were putting money on one person, who would you put it on, Baker Mayfield or Johnny Manziel?
Yeah, I would probably go with Johnny Manziel.
Did
you not see how Baker
away.
chugged
No
that
way.
beer?
Don't put a single dime on Johnny Manziel. We've already wasted too much on him. Don't waste more. Go with Baker.
I mean, I don't feel like that's a great thing to win. I mean, how many beers are they chugging?
I would say 3 beers.
I'm going with the guy in the direct auto sales ad or whatever that was.
The guy that once found himself on top of a swan in a swimming pool.
Yeah, I feel like he's that's his niche. He's got that. Baker on everything else.
That's fair enough. Okay, Chris, I'm sending this one over to you. So, would you rather have every shirt you wear be kind of itchy or only be able to use one...
Get through
Only
it.
be able to use one-ply toilet paper for the rest of your life.
Wait, say that again. Say that whole thing again.
Would you rather have every shirt you wear be kind of itchy or be able to use one-ply toilet paper for the rest of your life?
Wow.
God, that's a horrible question. Who the hell writes these?
I didn't write it.
I mean, come on. I can't have a shirt that's itchy for the rest of my life, so I guess I'm dealing with one ply, and I'm just totally, going to grab a lot and wad it up, and then, yeah.
It's like
I'll just have to go that route.
Chris, it's like we're back at the Miami dorms.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? We've made it for 4 years. We can persevere.
Yeah,
we could do it, and that's much
awful.
better than having to sit through an itchy shirt for the rest of your life. So give me the one ply. I'll make it work.
We got a shout out to Alec from Chris's mom, McGrandma11. Alec, you're doing great.
Do not read into that whatsoever.
How much did you pay her to say that, to comment that?
I'm a broke college student. What do I have to give?
Yeah. All right. We've gone over a little bit. Let's get some bold predictions and get the heck out of here. All right, Alec. You didn't show up last week. You were at the Indians game.
I was.
Yep. I hope you had fun. That was quite the game that you went to. That was Monday night. Was that the extra innings home run?
Yeah, that was the Santana game winner.
Yes.
That was the energy there. I think I lost more hearing than I already have lost it.
And didn't you say you got a ball from Brad Hand?
I did. So I was over by the bullpen, and we were just hanging out. We just found standing room. And Brad Hand's warming up, and he threw an amazing pitch. And, I'm obviously going, dude, that was a hell of a pitch. And then
That's how you said it?
Yeah. What do you want me to say? I mean, it was just me and my best friend. And I wouldn't say it. I would have said it anywhere else. And, after he finishes warming up, points to me, tosses the ball to me. And I'm just like, oh, I just got a ball from Brad Hand. And then I text Big Play Dave. He says to toss it back at him.
Literally right after you got that ball, he blew the game. So never go to another game. You got to stay at the show. All right, let's get some bold predictions. Alec, how did we do last week?
Chris, you called it. The Browns are now 2-0 in the preseason after winning 21-18 against the Indianapolis Colts.
I'm on a roll. I don't know how many weeks that is in a row.
This
I called
is, yeah.
both preseason wins. I called the trade that the Indians made. And I don't know, going back before that, I thought I had something else. So I'm kind of on a little bit of a roll here. I'm feeling good about that.
I mean, I missed the 2 and 476 that you went before, but that's okay.
Shut up, Alec. Mom, this is why you do not need to be complimenting this guy. You get his head too big.
That's right.
So you want a prediction now from me? Because I'll give you a prediction.
I'm just waiting for him to keep talking. Yeah,
I'm trying to talk here.
Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead,
right.
Chris.
Okay,
My
fine.
prediction is the Browns are going to win preseason game number 3. Perfect preseason is on its way, baby.
Hell yeah. What?
Chris, we don't want to win all of them.
Yeah. Come on. We always do well after we win all 4.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go
what could
0-18. It's not
Gotta
possible
win
to
the
go
GMC.
0-18, but we're going to go
Gotta win the
0-18.
GMC, though.
All right, what was my prediction?
I actually don't know because I couldn't find it.
All right, good work.
Good job.
Yeah, that's a great job. I'll take it. I'm
Intern
sure.
of the year right here.
That's right.
That's why I'm
right.
the internet's second favorite intern.
Yep. Your mom says, Chris, be nice. All right, my bold prediction for this week is I'm going to say that our guy Mac Brown.
Our guy
You're
Mac
sitting
Wilson.
too close to Alec,
Okay, do you
man.
need medical attention?
Yeah.
What is wrong?
I don't know. I ain't no goddamn doctor.
I was going to say our Browns, and then I said kind of combined them there.
Yeah.
Mac Wilson, I think that he's going to get another pick, and his catch rating is going to go up to a 68 by end of week.
All right.
Bold prediction.
I'll take that. And
Nick, what do you got?
Yeah, my bold prediction of the week is I'm going to stick with the theme with you guys. I think we all have the Browns going 3-0 in this third preseason game, but I do have some bad news with my bold prediction.
Uh-oh.
And that is that the Browns are not going to solidify this kicking situation anytime
We didn't even
soon.
talk about it, which I'm happy about.
And we could possibly be bringing in a new free agent kicker in the near future if this does not get resolved quickly.
3 kickers.
Phil Dawson
Hey.
happens to be a free agent kicker right now.
Chris, you're the social media influencer on this show, man. So if anyone were to ever get him out of retirement, I don't know if we need a petition or what.
We signed him once.
It's true.
Could be done again.
So let's just do it again. Let's just extend what we've already got in writing.
I feel like we could just kind of trick him and be like, all right, it wasn't a one day.
Yeah, it was like
longer. You didn't read it.
100 days.
Yes.
Whoops.
Maybe so. Alec, give me some music. Let's get out of here. Thanks to Mac Wilson for joining the show tonight. Go Browns. We'll see you guys next Monday.
Okay, do you need medical attention?
Yeah.
What is wrong?
I don't know. I ain't no goddamn doctor.